wasted world of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted World of Sports crew, ahoy. How's everybody doing? Welcome to your Super Saturday, which is kicking off unexpectedly, I might add, with the Titans versus the Panthers. I say unexpectedly because tonight is all about Rugby Union, and it's all about the Wallabies looking to steal a win away from the British and Irish Lions, who are fighting for a clean sweep on Australian soil and in the three-test series. So it'd be a big moment for either side. I mean, the Wallabies have got a lot of pride to play for. They feel like they had the victory stolen from them in Game 2. And the Lions, well, I'm not sure that they've ever gone through an Australian tour undefeated before. So there's a lot to play for, despite the fact that it might be a dead rubber in the series. But before that, of course, this one here, I wasn't going to do any rugby league today, but I figured I'm up. So what the hell? I'm up. I've got nothing else to do. I'm just preparing for the big game tonight. So I may as well jump on. E.B. Williams, do I think the Wallabies were robbed? I've got to say, at the time, I thought it was a bit of a 50-50 call. Having seen the replay numerous times thereafter, I think the right call was made. I don't believe that there was anything wrong with the clean-out. And therefore, ultimately, the correct decision was made. And the Lions justifiably got the victory. I think what should be more concerning for the Wallabies is how they gave up a 23 points to 5 or whatever it was lead in one half of footy. That's what I think the biggest concern is, rather than what happened in one particular moment on the stroke of full time. But I digress. Lee Bowden, ahoy mate. T.B. Williams, of course, ahoy. Wayne Stretch, ahoy. Blake, ahoy there, mate. Sami Salsa, ahoy. Welcome along, everybody. We're ready to go in this one. Titans versus the Panthers. It should be one-way traffic, but the last time I said that, we saw a very, very close game that went down to the wire, and there was only a couple of points in it. So I'm not going to say that it will definitely be a blowout, this one, but you would have to think it should be a blowout. It's going to be a good test for the Titans, though, as they aim up to try and avoid the wooden spoon, because they're starting to find a little bit of form. But as we know, with the Titans, it's very hit or miss, isn't it? They can be top 8 contenders one week and the absolute pits the next. As a matter of fact, with the Titans, they can be top 8 material in one half and then the absolute pits in the next. So a very, very hard team to get behind and understand and predict. Jordan, Hamara, ahoy mate. You hope the Titans win. Henry, ahoy buddy. Picks for the rest of the NRL games. Okay, picks for the rest of the NRL games. So we got coming up after this one, the Dragons versus the Raiders. Now, I was actually leaning towards the Dragons for the upset, but they've just got too many troops out. Too many players out for the Dragons, and now with Jaden Sewer as well being out injured, I think the Raiders will get the win there. Manly versus the Roosters. What a great game that's going to be. Look, I think the Roosters' problems in the halves, they were terrible the other week, but they had the Chad there, didn't they? They've gone back for the more secure Hugo Savala and Sam Walker combination. I think the Roosters might get the win over Manly in that one. It's going to be a great game, though. So I'm leaning towards the Roosters in that one. Tigers, Bulldogs, Bulldogs to win. Sharks, Cowboys. Well, anything can happen with the Sharks, but you would expect them to get the win over the Cowboys there. But expecting the Panthers in this one. Expecting the Panthers to win big. Gamer Mel, ahoy. Jim Condon, ahoy mate. How's everybody doing? Excited for this game. Lions or Aussies? I think the Lions win. The Lions to win the final test. Complete the clean sweep. I mean, that's a lot to play for in that one. Don't think for 1 second it's a dead rubber. The Wallabies, of course, will be playing for a lot of pride. But I think ultimately the Lions will get the job done. Shem&M, ahoy mates. Weekend's been very good, very good. We've had a couple of one-leg misses in our four-leg multis. I've got a feeling today's the day, whether it be the Rugby League here or the Rugby Union tonight. Today's the day. We're so close. 2 of the 3 games so far this weekend. We've got 3 of the 4 legs, and we've only missed the last leg by the hair of a bee's nutsack. Been so close, and I reckon tonight we get it across the line. This one is about to start, though. Panthers, who are on red-hot form, taking on the Titans, who are looking to pull off an amazing upset. And it is the home side with first use of it as the Pink Panthers get us underway. The old Panther is at the game today, funnily enough. He sent me a photo earlier of his seats, and he's got some pretty good seats around the 40-metre line. So hope he enjoys the game today and hope that the Panthers get the win for him. The old Panther. Shem&M says Titans for the upset, please, because that would help the Broncos. The Broncos, after that loss to the Eels the other week, did sort of drop themselves in behind the Panthers, didn't they? So, yes, it would be massive for the Broncos, and it would be massive for the Sharks as well if the Panthers were to be upset here today. 5th and last here for the Titans. Kicks it down the throat of Dylan Edwards, and here comes Dill. Dummies the pass on the 20-metre line and nearly snuck through half a gap. Threatening some enterprising play early here, the Panthers. This is at Cbus Stadium at the Gold Coast. The Cbus Stadium. Panthers now up outside their own 40. Moses Leota with a good, strong carry. And this has been a solid opening set here for the Panthers. Keddy runs from dummy half. He's got Yo running with him. And they're up over halfway on the 5th and last. Good field position here for Cleary to kick. And he sends it high into the corner. Pick targeting the left side. And it's taken on the 20-metre line where Isaac Tungo thought he was playing Rugby Union for a second. He made the hit and stayed over the top of the ball. Great kick chase. And great field position for the Panthers. E.B. Williams says the Rabbitohs are so crippled. Apparently, they didn't have an 18th man last night. Yes, they did, but they struggled to field a full team. I mean, they had to call up juniors, literal juniors. Like, I'm not even joking that they actually had I believe, an 18-year-old kid on their bench just to fill the team as Dylan Edwards spills the high ball. You don't see that very often. Could that be positive signs for the Titans? Dylan Edwards is making more mistakes this season than we have seen in his entire career thus far, and that's a biggie. Just drifting back and across, lazily sticks the arms out, and the ball pops in and out. Titans will go on the attack about 10 metres out. You don't see that very often at all. Lee, 42, says, I couldn't even celebrate our win against the Bunnies. Just felt bad for them. Yes, it was a bit of a shambles to watch, wasn't it? From the scrum, the Titans go left. 10 metres out from the line. What an opportunity this is for the home side. Cleese sets it up just to the left of the post. 5 out. Verrills goes left for 4. A nice short ball here for Firmwell. Fends off one. Spins in the tackle. And Bo Firmwell reaches out and plants it down. Has he got it to the line? It's going up as no try. Firmwell. He's not really celebrating too much. Yeah, look, Firmwell's gone back 10. Ready to play the ball. Oh, and he's lost it. He's lost the ball, Bo Firmwell. Oh, they were so close there, the Titans. Oh, so close. Would have been a dream start, but no try. Henry, ahoy, mate. Once again, 5 minutes into the stream, and TikTok has gone, nope, your live is not eligible for recommendation because of unoriginal or reproduced content. I wonder if they're cracking down on the scoreboard. They might not like me having the scoreboard on the screen. It's the only thing left to change and stop getting that restriction on our live streams. They might not appreciate me putting the scoreboard up. Leota with a good strong carry again. Tackle 4 for the Panthers. Papali'i up to halfway. 5th and last here. Cleary from halfway. Puts this one high. Panthers chasing through hard. Again, it's Tungo leading the way. And Edwards with a lot to make up for after that early mistake. A great kick chase. Judah, Shibian, ahoy, mate. So the Titans, they've had their opportunity early. Beau Fermor dropping the ball right on the try line. It would have been an amazing start for them. Bow down, Panthers 13 plus, but won't be surprised if Titans pull up another upset. Way to sit on the fence there, Bow down. You've been taking lessons from me on how to sit on the fence. This time, Dylan Edwards plants himself under the high ball, and he takes it with ease. 6 minutes gone, no score, but it's the Titans who have had the only opportunity so far. Casey McLean starting to bulk up and get involved in the hard yards out of territory. Good to see for the youngster. 6 again for the Panthers. Cleary now sends it on a shift to the right. Papali'i onto Tungo. Up over halfway, has the ball ripped away from him by Brian Kelly. And that was essentially play 1. They had just had the set restart. And the Titans, they're up for this one early. Des has got them up. Taking the fight to the reigning premiers. 7 minutes gone, no score. Warren with the short ball. Titans are 30 meters out. Better completion rate than the Panthers, who are making some mistakes early on. Nice offload. Out the back it goes to Verrills from Cleese Haas, and Verrills is tackled. 20 out right in front. Campbell holds the pass up nicely. And, they've spilt it. The Titans, 10 meters out, they've dropped the ball. I've just been praising them up about their completions. And that's another drop ball in the red zone. To'o brings it outside the 20. Kenny runs from dummy half. He's got Edwards stepping off the right foot. Half a gap opened up. He brings it out to his own 40. 5th and last. Big kick needed here from Cleary. And from inside the 40, he delivers one down to the opposition 10. But it's taken on the full by Brimson. Brimson with a good, strong kick return outside the 30 and wins the penalty. A ruck infringement. And the Titans are going to go straight back down the other end of the field. Yes, Judah Shibian. You'll be up all night. You can't sleep as you've got the COVID. Yes, as I said the other day, I've had the COVID twice. And it's, I can confirm, it's not fun. Mo Fodawaker up over halfway. And they eventually hold him up 40 meters out there on play 2. Foran goes out the back for Campbell. Back inside goes Brian Kelly. Quick play the ball. Staying down the short side on the left. Brimson steps back in field. Beats one. And he's tackled 20 meters out here on the fifth and last. Well, that's tackle 4. This is the fifth coming up now. Foran heads across field, shows it inside, goes out to Campbell, who beats one. They're looking good here, the Titans, I've got to say. Fifth and last. Foran wants it down the short side on the right. He chips it in over the top. Contestable ball. It's thrown back by the Titans, and De Groot now heads in field. They've got numbers here to the left. A 3-on-2. Brimson looks for the Harbour Bridge ball that's well read by To'o. Swung back in field. The no-look pass sits up for Brimson. Gets the second kick away. And Moses Leota spills it backwards into the hands of Dylan Edwards. Well, there was a whole lot happening there. Somehow the Titans have buggered that one up. Brimson was looking down the face of a 3-on-2. He went for the cutout pass. Brian To'o was all over it. Saved the day, but the Titans, boy, well, they're looking good. They've had their chances, and they might just rue not taking one or two of those. Cleary kicks early here on the 4th. Got good angle on it, and it sits up on the 20 for the home side. 10 minutes gone, no score. Titans are up for the game, though. They've had opportunities, and you just feel like against lesser teams, they might have iced a couple of those. Chloe play the ball here for the Titans. Over on the left touchline, 30 out from their own try line. Panthers turning them on their backs and slowing the ruck down successfully. Fodawaker goes out to Haas. Campbell dummies, and Jaden Campbell splits them up the middle. He's got Fafita in support, but he steps off the right foot. Read by Dylan Edwards, who brings him down 20 out from the line. Fifth and last. It's on again out to the left. Foran this time goes for the kicking option. To'o is bumped off the ball by Sami. Kelly tries to grubber it through to the in-goal, and Tungo sticks the boot out. It goes into touch off the Panthers. The Titans, they are taking the game to the Panthers here. This has been a great start for them. They're going to get a full set of... Oh, they don't get the call. Panthers have got the ball. Deemed, I guess, to have been not played at by Isaac Tungo. The 12 minutes gone, it's been all Titans. The home side dominating. 70% possession. Edwards takes tackle 4. 35 out from their own line, the Panthers. They're just looking for something to turn this around. Kenny goes down the short side. And Lindsay Smith takes the fifth and last on halfway. Cleary sends it down the middle of the field. Backing up to take it there, Jalen De Groot. And another good kick chase keeps the Titans down here, but Titans, they're here to play for this opening sequence anyway. As we were talking about, can they keep it up for the full 80 minutes? Fermor, who came very close to scoring a try, gets the offload away. Nathan Cleary with the intercept. There we go. Here's a chance for the Panthers now. And of course, it's off the back of Nathan Cleary. Fermor looking to offload. Cleary read it well and taps the ball up for himself. Panthers 40 meters out and the best field position that they've had all game so far. Can they take advantage of it? Yo heads across field. Cleary drops it back inside for Papali'i. Tackle 4, 30 out. Kenny stays on the right edge. Cleary, dummies, once, twice. And he's brought down 15 out. Fifth and last. Here's Talangi. Gets the pass out to Leota. Quick hands from Yo to Smith. It's still fifth and last here, and it's Isaiah Yeo who chips this in over the top, and it's going to work out for the Panthers here. Cleary bats it back, and it's been knocked on by the Titans. Isaiah Yeo with the wonkiest old kick you'll ever see, and it very nearly proved of telling blow. Lost by Sami initially, and then by Brimson. Well, the Panthers, this is an invitation they seldom decline. A full set of 6. They break to the right. Edwards steps off the right boot, and he's held up 5 meters out. Kenny to Yeo at first receiver. Back inside is Lindsay Smith. They drive him back in the tackle, but they were offside at a 6 again. Kenny to Cleary. Inside ball for Tungo. Tungo heads back towards the post. He's a meter short. Can he go? Oh, he's had his arms tapped at. That's 6 more. And Leota just has to settle things down here to the left of the post. Yeo, crash ball up the middle. Spins out of 1. Isaiah Yeo, a meter short. Oh, and Yeo, very slow to get up here. Oh, and he's clutching at his shoulder. Oh, this could be huge for the Panthers' premiership hopes. This could be massive for the Panthers' premiership hopes. Isaiah Yeo with Mo Fotuaika landing on top of him. Seems to have popped his shoulder out. This could be massive for the Panthers' premiership run. I mean, not just this game. Well, he's up and about again. Isaiah Yeo is up and ready to play the ball. Holy hell, he must have some strong bones. Unbelievable. Leota, from a standing start, winds up. Kenny sends it left for Smith. On to Cleary. Shows it inside. Goes out for Edwards. Edwards tries to skip on the outside. He's taken down 5 in from touch on that right edge. To'o goes in to play dummy half, and they come back into midfield. 10 meters out from the line on the 5th and last. Cleary shapes to kick. Goes out the back for Talangi, who grubbers him behind the line. They needed to sit up here for Garner. It's battered dead by the Titans. Goal line restart. And that was very nearly our first tick off the multi. Unbelievable sequence there. I mean, somehow Isaiah Yeo, his shoulder staying intact. Oh, that's a hell of a line dropout. It's up over halfway. It bounces in behind Leota and rolls to the opposition 20. Leota now returns it. And he's had the ball stripped out. Dylan Edwards comes away with it. And it's called a knock on against Leota. He's appealing that it's been stripped out. But this is an unbelievable result for the Titans. It's going to be a captain's challenge. They're challenging the call of knock on, but what a dropout. It's gone 60 meters on the fly over the head of Leota and then bounced down to the Panthers 20. Captain's challenge here for the call of knock on. And he slaps at the ball there, Beau Fermor. And this is going to be a successful challenge for the Panthers. Judah Shivian says, Dan, if you were building a new team and you could take 3 players from any teams, who would you build your team around? Players only. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, Judah, I'm going to take a photo of that, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I will need a little bit of time to consider all the possibilities, and I will answer that on Wednesday when the old Panther and I do our Next Generations podcast. Successful challenge for the Panthers. And they are back in possession. Smith up over halfway. Heading towards this left touch. Kenny goes back infield. Yo to Cleary. Dummies inside. Goes out for Edwards. Gives it to Tungo. Tungo steps off the right boot. 10 in from that right touchline. To'o was waiting out there. 20 out now. 2 tackles left. Panthers starting to get on top. Leota to Yo. Cleary now. Kicks early. Looking for Casey McLean. Brimson toes it over the dead ball line. Another goal line dropout. The Panthers, they're just building and building and building. And suddenly the Titans are just barely clinging on. Iced Earth 17. Ahoy, mates. Panthers 18 plus. Yeah, I think what will happen here is once the Panthers do break the Titans open, I think it'll just be floodgates at that point. Another massive dropout here from the Titans, turning the Panthers around into their own half. Leota spins off the first tackle, but he's only just inside the Titans' territory. 2 absolute blinding goal line restarts for the Titans. Goal to release now. 30 metres out. The Panthers in midfield. Cleary heads to the right. Papali'i running off the shoulder. Kenny back in field for Leota. Yo angling back towards that right touchline. Richard Traynor, ahoy, mate. Cleary steps back in field. Beats the first tackle. 5th and last. 10 metres out. Right in front of the posts. Kenny goes left for Talangi. Chips in and over the top. It's a little deep. Jenkins gets up over the top. Has he got the ball, Jenkins? He's claiming the try, but the Titans are claiming that they've got the ball too. It's called no try. Jenkins is claiming it, but Jalen de Groot, he's claiming that he's got the ball. Well, Jenkins has definitely got over the top of de Groot. And you'd have to say that's Jenkins' ball at the moment. De Groot does get a hand to it, but this is Jenkins who's got more control over this ball. Jenkins holds on to it. Does he maintain possession? Plants it down. And Thomas Jenkins with the first try. And our first tick off the multi. Thomas Jenkins, the airtime. And who said white men can't jump? Try awarded for the Panthers. Thomas Milky Jenkins gets us our first tick off the multi. Well, the Titans, they were valiant to hold on for as long as they did. Probably should have had a try or two of their own, forcing the Panthers to fight from behind, but they couldn't take advantage. The Panthers just slowly built, and I would anticipate that the floodgates might start to open now. Thomas Jenkins, it'll be a big test of character for the Titans either way. Cleary taking on the goal kicking. We know that that's something that he hasn't necessarily been doing while he's returned from this injury. from out wide, about 5 in from touch on that left touch line. Oh, he smokes it right down the middle. Nathan Cleary straight down the center of the post. And the Panthers lead this 6-0. Thomas Jenkins with the first try. First tick off our multi. Very nice. Titans with the restart. A fairly shallow kick lands just on the 10-meter line. And Moses Leota with the first hit up. Henry, you had Jenkins first, second, or third try. There you go. A fantastic result there. Milky Jenkins. Gosh, he's been consistent. Hey, like when Sonny Taruva left, Sonny Taruva moved on, and who are the Panthers going to have to? They just keep finding players. I mean, let's not forget Sonny Taruva himself was called up for a Panthers exodus. Mookie, ahoy, mate. Fifth and last on halfway. Cleary puts the kick down. Brimson will return it to the 20. Campbell slots in at dummy half. Gives it to De Groot. Carries it outside the 20. Starting to look a little flat-footed now, the Titans. They exerted a lot of defensive energy here and a lot of attacking energy in the opening 10 minutes. But looking a little flat-footed. Tonga, go to ahoy, mate. Campbell goes on a dart down the right-hand side. He's looked dangerous when he runs. Fifth and last on halfway. Verrills stays down the short side for 4, and to put the kick in, it's going to land 5 meters out from the Panthers line. Edwards takes it on the full. Gives it off to To'o. To'o tries to fend his way. Up to the 20-meter line he goes. Tungo has his legs chopped out by Brian Kelly. Jeremy Hairmate. Panthers 13+, Dylan Edwards and AJ Brimson anytime. Best of luck, Jeremy. Richard Trainer, I still haven't had the offshore vodka. No, it's very, very difficult to get me away from my Captain Morgans. But I will definitely try it one day. Cleary puts the kick down. Difficult take for Brimson, but he does well. And he fends away from the kick chase of Isaac Tungo. Chook light, ahoy, mate. And no, I don't. Fermor carries it up outside the 40. Trying to get some go forward. Campbell Gillard off the bench. Takes it to halfway. Speaking of off the bench, Liam Martin starting on the bench tonight. Fifth and last. This one goes high. Not a lot of distance on it. Jenkins takes it 25 out from the Panthers line. Richard Trainer. Dan, I do not remember me telling you about a wrestler that I once lived next door to. Nathan Jones was his name. Yes. Yes, you did tell us that. And I do recall it. As speaking of Liam Martin, here he is on the field. Lindsay Smith gets a spell, and Liam Martin interjected off the bench. Fifth and last now for the Panthers. 30 out from the line. What can they come up with? Cleary waits for it. Puts it high. McLean chasing through. It's going to land on the 10 meters line. What a take from Jalen de Groot. He's not to be beaten in the air this time. They got the first try, the Panthers, by jumping over him. Not this time. So, Wasted World of Sports, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Twitch. and live on Facebook, but TikTok not liking us at the moment. Every time we go live on TikTok, 5 minutes in, we get, as this kick's charged down, it'll be 6 more tackles for the Titans. Every time we go live now, TikTok, 5 minutes in, says, your live is not eligible for recommendation and is restricted because it contains unoriginal or reproduced content. So I'm starting to think that they don't like the fact that I share the scoreboard with the club logos on the screen. Because I've tried changing everything else about how we do it. I don't know what is unoriginal exactly about literally standing here facing the camera doing a live stream. The only thing I can think of that I haven't tried yet is to, unfortunately, remove the scoreboard from the screen. 10 meters out from the line, here come the Titans. Can they hit back? Campbell in midfield. Onto Campbell Gillard. Offloads back for Campbell. Steps off the left. He's looked dangerous tonight, Jaden Campbell. Sending it to the left for Foran. Goes out the back for Brimson. Brimson beats Cleary. Steps back in field. Half a meter out. And that'll be a handover. Brimson very nearly scores. I am Neptune 57. Should be able to find us on Facebook just by searching Wasted World of Sports, theoretically. "14 minutes left till the halftime break. It's only 6 points to 0. I think the Titans, they can be pretty pleased with their efforts so far in this first half. Penalty now to the Panthers. Titans offside. Cleary finding touch up towards halfway. Can they get some more points before the break? The Panthers. Casey McLean taps and goes. Targets Jojo Fafita. They're 40 meters out now, the Panthers. In midfield, here's Garner. Tries to bump off the first tackle, but they bring him down. Another 10 meters made, though. Blaze Talangi with the show and go. Almost beats the tackle. Jojo Fafita holds on for dear life, brings him down. McLean heads back towards the post. Spins in the tackle. Tackle 4, 10 meters out. Here's Yo at first receiver. He's got Cleary running out the back. Cut out pass to Edwards, who dummies and straightens, and Edwards will plant the ball down to score. Well, that was too easy. Nathan Cleary holds the pass up to perfection, and Dylan Edwards knows exactly the line to run. Lined up to the right. The only thing that could possibly take this away is an obstruction, but Isaac Tungo pulls up right before the defensive line. Everything about their play was perfection. Panthers, they're coming for 5 in a row. Forget about it. That was just sublime. 10 points to 0, the kick to come. My favorite player of all time. Oh, I'll tell you who I really, really loved. Andrew Eddingshausen. What a player. He could play anywhere in the back line. Fullback, wing, center. A player with pace and power. Set up a try out of nothing. And he also had a fantastic video game on the Commodore 64. 11 minutes to go until the halftime break. Cleary to give the Panthers a 2 converted try buffer. He moves in, strikes it well, kicking right into the sun, and he puts it down the middle. 12 points to 0. Panthers over the Titans. 11 minutes to go until the halftime break. Dylan Edwards getting that second try. Panthers 5 Pete is in the bag, says Ice to Earth. By the way, I'm assuming that name is a nod to the heavy metal band. Titus Kuno. Panthers must remember it's Titans' home ground. Play your true masterpiece of NRL games. First meeting, ahoy mate. Sylvester Kilang says go Panthers. Yes, I will drink to that. Cheers. Yes, good old Captain Morgans. King Billy Jerky, Mitch Kenny for 1,500. All right, let's do it. Mitch Kenny, anytime try. It doesn't help my multi out any, but let's cheer it on. As Liam Martin plays it on halfway, Papali'i carries it well inside Titans territory. 5th and last now. Panthers 40 meters out from the line. Cleary wants it down the short side, puts it high. Contestable kick. The Panthers chase through and put pressure on Brimson. Blaze Talungi comes away with it, and Blaze Talungi scores. The Panthers are in again. They've gone back to back. Blaze Talungi scores under the sticks, and it's 16-0 with the kick to come. A Nathan Cleary special. He put that ball so high from 40 meters out, it lands on the 10. Talungi versus Brimson, 1-on-1 in the air, and the Panthers get their second try tonight from a kick. Nine and a half to go until the break, and it's starting to open up now. The Titans, they did so well to start this game. But now they're in a little bit of trouble. Try confirmed. 9 minutes to go until the break. And it will be 18 points to 0. Momentarily, because this kick from right in front. Jonathan Manson, ahoy mates. Poor Warriors losing to the Titans. A terrible fate for anyone. And then, of course, losing to the... Well, not that there's anything wrong with losing to the Dolphins, but the way in which they lost to the Dolphins, they'll be kicking themselves, the Warriors. It's been a tough couple of weeks. Jim Condon, I'm sure the old Panther is loving it. Old Panther's got himself seats on the 40-meter line for this one. As Nathan Cleary puts it over. 18 points to 0. Yes, the old Panther is... We'll keep an eye out for him when they show some crowd shots and see if we can pick him out. Iced Earth 17, having a bourbon and listening to your stream. Thanks, bro. Cheers, Iced Earth. Yes, I'm on the Captain Morgans myself. Nothing like a Super Saturday with some nice cold ones, some good friends. That's you guys. And some good old sports. What it's all about. Richard Trainer, you've still got a box and game case to 95 NRL EA Sports. Yeah, very nice. I've still got the original Jonah Lomu Rugby on PS1. Great game, that one. 5th and last now for the Panthers. Can they get some more points before the halftime break? Cleary on halfway. Puts it high. This one's not going to be contestable. It's a little too deep, and Jalen DeGroot takes it. Backs into the tackle of Jenkins. And McLean's there to help out, and he's brought down on the 20. 10 in from touch on this right-hand side for the Titans. Panthers up 18-0, but a red-hot start by the home side. The Titans, they looked like they were up for this one. But we did get the feeling, we did say, the Panthers, it just had that feeling about it. If they get one try, the floodgates will probably open. And open up they did. The Panthers scored that first try, and then suddenly they have 3. In the blink of an eye. Jenkins takes the kick. 7 minutes until the break. Heel fries. Ahoy, mate. Game's been decent, actually. Don't let the scoreline fool you. The Titans were well and truly up for the fight in the opening sort of 20 minutes. But the back end of the half, Panthers got 1 try, and then suddenly they got 3. And now they might have another one, although it's a loose pass from Cleary. Liam Martin standing out on the wing, had to pick it up on the bounce. And that stalls all momentum that they had. With 6.5 to go till the break. It has suddenly become one-way traffic here. There's Edwards. Tackle just inside the Titans half. 5th and last. Cleary. Another spiraling bomb. Brimson plants himself under it. Takes it on the 15. And he brings it outside the 20. Right in the middle of the park. Brimson. Matty Colkin. Ahoy, mate. Penalty now to the Titans. Panthers offside. Can they get some points before the break here, the Titans? They've looked dangerous a couple of times. Brimson on to Campbell Gillard. 5.5 to go till the break. The Titans, you would think they probably need to score before the halftime siren. Can they get it done? Foran goes to the left. Shows it inside, but ends up going out for Brimson, who steps back in field. Easy read for the Panthers' defense. Heel Fry says Chooks and Manly is going to be a cracker of a game. I think so too. Matty Colkin says the rugby could be delayed. 10 out from the line here, the Titans. Foran with the double pump to Fermor. Fermor can't get the arms free. And he's half a metre out here, 5th and last. Verrills from dummy half. Looks to Grubber in behind the line, but who's there to save the day? Nathan Cleary. Traps it. And now they send it wide early. To'o steps back in field. Beats one. Beats another. He's up outside the 30. To'o ducks under a third tackle. Gets the offload to Edwards. Panthers now into midfield. Talangi tackled on the 40. Unbelievable counter-attack here for the Panthers. Tungo puts the head down, bends the line. Just inside Titans territory now. Edwards to Cleary. Cleary almost goes through and then loses the ball in the tackle. That'll be a knock on and Titans off the hook. Chris Chiapta. Go Panthers. So yes, Wasted Water Sports. We are continuing this live stream on TikTok. I don't know why TikTok hates us. But anyway, we'll keep streaming to TikTok and hopefully they stop blocking us. I might have to send them an email. It's like, I really don't know what is unoriginal or reproduced about our content. An actual live stream. A live stream. So I don't know what's going on over there. Matty Colkin, thank you very much for the heart me. As the Titans spill the ball on tackle one and Casey McLean breaks away. He's over the 30. Only Brimson to beat. And he scores under the post. Casey McLean gets tick number 2 off the multi. 22 points to 0 with the kick to come. The Titans spill the ball on halfway. They don't secure the loose ball. And Casey McLean from halfway. Too much pace. Scores beside the post. The Titans then not playing to the whistle. So the only thing that I've got left to try is I think they might not like me putting the scoreboard on the screen. Well, wait a minute. The bunker is checking for a knock on. We better take that tick away. We better take that tick away from Casey McLean. It has not been confirmed yet. It's off the arm of Luke Garner, so this will be a double knock on. Potentially double knock on. They're just checking now to see what direction the ball travels off the arm of Luke Garner. The ball's gone backwards off Luke Garner. The try will stand. Casey McLean gets the tick. Try will stand. Panthers up 22-0. Yeah, Matty Colkin, it's a difficult one. Like, we get done inside the first 5 minutes, so it's before any of the emojis even go on this screen. I do honestly think it's the scoreboard. I might have to do a manual scoreboard so that it doesn't look too much like the NRL website. Because I've actually been done for copyright on TikTok for the Formula One streams when I put the track on the screen. So they probably don't like the fact that I just use a browser overlay for the scoreboard. It's the only thing that I've got left to try, basically. It's the only thing I've got left to try other than just running TikTok off my phone. Have my phone facing me and doing the TikTok streams that way. Nathan Cleary from just to the left of the posts puts it over. And the Panthers suddenly, with a minute to go till half-time, lead this game 24 points to 0. Jonathan Manson says, refs got the call right. Amazing. Yes, how often would you see that get overturned and called a knock on? A fair bit. 1 minute to go till the halftime break. Lewis Miles, ahoy, mate. Scott Sorensen. I'm just looking through the forward pack here for the Panthers, and no Scott Sorensen. It's pretty close now to a full strength Panthers team, and they're looking the goods. An early shift here to the left. Palungi on to McLean. Dummies and steps in field. Jaden Campbell brings him down with the help of Brian Kelly. 27 seconds to go until the break. Do they throw caution to the wind here, the Panthers? up 24-0. Cleary is going to send it right. They've got a 3-on-1 here, the Panthers. Tungo puts the foot down. Chips in field. Needing the bounce. It sets up for the Titans on the 10. And that'll be halftime. $24-0 at the halftime break. The Panthers, after a great start by the Titans, the Titans in the first 15 minutes had 70% possession. But outside of that, once the Panthers got on top, they never let go. 24-0 at the break. Matty Colkin, yes, I'll be having a break after this game, and then I'll be back for the Lions versus Wallabies. And hopefully we can figure this. Hopefully we can figure this TikTok thing out. It's quite a common thing, apparently. Like I'm absolutely not alone in just getting absolutely hammered by the TikTok AI mods. I'm not alone. It's a relatively well-known thing, I do believe, with the TikTok live studio on desktop. Sturth17, thank you very much for the heart me. The old Panther says Panthers looking good. They certainly are after a strong opening 15 minutes from the Titans. There might have been a little bit of concern for the Panthers starting to creep in at that point in time, but they stuck to their guns as they do. Eventually, they built their way on top, and yes, once they got on top, forget about it. It's been one-way traffic ever since. Jim Dark, ahoy, mate. Welcome along. Your commentary is great, and it's totally original and very good. Well, if only you worked for TikTok, maybe you could let them know. Because every single time, as I've just been saying, every single time we go live on TikTok now, we get pinged and restricted for unoriginal or reproduced content. But yes, Panthers looking very good, 24-0. We've got 2 ticks off the multi so far. And this is the way that it's been going this weekend. We've been getting 2 ticks inside the first half, a 3rd tick early in the second half, and then for whatever reason, we just haven't been able to get the last tick across the line. It's me, Grace. Ahoy there. Where's this at? This is the Gold Coast. Cbus Super Stadium, I believe, is the name of the Gold Coast home ground. Henry, damn, Panthers cooking them. Yes, it's been one-way traffic the back end of that half. Panthers looking very, very good. Some concern there around Isaiah. Looked like he might have done his shoulder, but what a unit. Got back to his feet. He had his arm outstretched right in front of the try line, and Mo Fotuaika landed right on his shoulder. He was in a world of hurt immediately following it. But up again he got, and off he went. Still out there, Isaiah. Somstar, ahoy, mate. Very good performance from the Panthers at the back end of that half. Oh, excuse me, at the back end of that half. Absolutely. Lewis Miles, who do you go for? Who do you support, Panthers or Titans? Panthers. McKinney says, watch out for the 5th time in a row in the making. After a very slow start, all the Panthers really have left to achieve is to be the first time in the NRL era to win the competition from outside the top 4. Wouldn't that just cap it off? 5 in a row, and for the first time outside the top 4, that would just cap off an amazing dynasty. A dynasty that I dare say wouldn't be ending anytime soon, because think about it. If the Panthers win let's just say, theoretically, Panthers win the premiership this season. They've got Jenkins, who's just come through. Talungi, who's now come through. McLean. Lindsay Smith, Luke Gunner, although one of those is heading off next season. The point that I'm trying to make is the team is still so young. Like this, you would have looked at the players on paper and gone, you could be forgiven for thinking this year will be a rebuild year for the Panthers, and in 1 or 2 seasons, they'll be back to their best, fighting for premierships. If they win the premiership this year, they could very well win the next 3 or 4 in a row. Their team is still now so young and still finding their feet. I mean, I honestly think if the Panthers win this season, they could very easily win the next 3 or 4 in a row again on top of this. Flo Lacey, ahoy, mate. What a comeback story it would be. Yes, indeed. And now, should they be the first team to do it from outside the top 4? Well, that's just another feather in the cap. Another tick for Ivan and the Penrith Panthers. Mick Innes, of course, is not a fan of the Panthers. Calling that last try on the stroke of halftime controversial. There was nothing controversial about it. 24 points to 0. The Titans, looks like we're setting up next week. Titans versus the Bunnies in what could be the Spoon Bowl for season 2025. The winner of that game, you would think, has gone a long way to putting enough distance, albeit only 2 points, putting enough distance between them. You know what? I've got nothing against the Gold Coast Titans, nothing against the Newcastle Knights, nothing against any of the other teams down there towards the bottom of the table, but geez, I really, really hope that Wayne Bennett doesn't get a wooden spoon. Like, he's had such a stellar coaching career, and a Wayne Bennett coach team has never won the wooden spoon. Now, despite the fact there's a very, very good excuse for how the Bunnies are traveling at the moment, they've got so many injuries. They've actually got, I'm not even joking, literally 15 of their top 30 squad are out injured or suspended at the moment. Half a squad. I mean, that's ridiculous. So there's a big, very justifiable excuse should it happen. But, I mean, Wayne Bennett, he's had such a stellar coaching career and he's never got the wooden spoon. I really hope that that continues. It'd be disappointing if he cops a spoon in this way, is what I'm saying. Muzzle flash, ahoy, mate. No 18th man last night, yes. Well, I think they did end up with one, but they had to scramble. They had to scramble and get a special approval, I think, from the NRL. And they legitimately basically had kids in the team. They had to get a special, what's the word? What's the word? They had to get the go-ahead from the NRL anyway to approval. They had to get special approval from the NRL to let these juniors play. They're really dark times for the Rabbitohs, that's for sure. And I was actually saying during the Rabbitohs-Broncos game last night, if you took all the injured players and suspended players at the moment for the Rabbitohs and put them into a team, let's say the Perth Bears, when the Perth Bears come into the competition, if you had the Bears made up of unavailable players for the Rabbitohs at the moment, you would have a really competitive starting 13. You really would. I mean, they are in an absolute rabble at the moment, the poor Rabbitohs. Official NRL casualty ward and injury list. Let's actually go through this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players. They've got a full team out. Okay, so here are the players unavailable now for the Rabbitohs. Jamie Humphries, Peter Mamazelis, Brandon Smith, Latrell Mitchell, Michaeli Ravalawa, Jack Whiten, Campbell Graham, Cameron Murray, Tayden Sullivan, Tavita Totola, Cody Walker, Keon Kalamatangi, Davey Moale. That's a starting squad. All those names that I just read out, if they were in the starting team for the Perth Bears when they come into the competition, you would read that list and go, that's a strong team, right? It's no wonder that the Bunnies are down so far. So I would hate to see Wayne Bennett cop the wooden spoon in this way. He doesn't deserve it. But anyway, them's the breaks, huh? That is professional sport. It can happen. You need some luck from time to time with injuries. And Muzzleflash says that must be a record for any team to have this many players out at once. I think so. And that's just the injured players. So that doesn't even take into account the players who are out with suspension. Even the greats have to fall eventually. Yeah, but I mean, it would just be disappointing to see it happen in that way, is all I'm saying. I mean, if Wayne Bennett continued coaching to the point where the poor old geezer just isn't up to it anymore, you kind of look at it and go, well, poor son of a bitch, he just stuck around too long. I still think Wayne Bennett is an amazing coach, and it would be unfortunate to get the wooden spoon in this fashion. David Clarkson, ahoy mate, what's my return if the try scorers come through? Not a big one, because the Panthers winning in a landslide is what's expected. So I think it's only like 11-1 on this multi, which is crazy for a four-legger. Manic Zealous up the Panthers. Keynes says, I would love to see the Raiders win the comp. Yeah, not happening, sorry. Storm Panthers grand final this year. I know that's going to annoy a lot of people, but yeah, the Storm haven't even come close to hitting top stride just yet. Jerome Hughes will be back for the playoffs. Panthers are well and truly clicking into gear at the right time of the season. And I might be a little bit biased too, because I had a wager on Storm Panthers grand final that I put on at full time of last year's grand final. So take it with a grain of salt. Tom Star says, I'd love to see the Dolphins making the semis. Yeah, I would like to see the Dolphins slip into the top 8, perhaps at the expense of the Broncos. That'd be nice. Because we don't want too many Queensland teams in there, right? The Broncos to drop out, Dolphins to go in. I'd be happy with that. Heelfry says Eels to make the 8. Well, the funny thing is, Heelfries, they're actually not going to finish too far out. they're not going to finish too far out of the 8. Second half about to get underway. Referee blows the whistle. And Panthers will get first use of it. We'll see what they can come up with here in the second 40. Odd Poppet. Ahoy, mate. Welcome along. Nice to see you as always, my friend. Go Penrith. There's Odd Poppet. Heel fries. Are we doing SummerSlam? No. I don't believe so. I've just got too much else on at the moment. Fifth and last here for the Panthers on halfway. Cleary puts the kick up. And it's taken at the back by Philip Sami, who loses it. Sami spills it. And not a good start. Not a good start for the Titans to this second 40. Yeah, it's a pretty miserable old card, isn't it? To be honest. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy. Jarius Henry. Ahoy, mate. When was the last time Brian Toto scored? Not last week, I don't think. Week before that, perhaps. Maybe. I don't know explicitly. As Cleary steps off the left foot. Back into the middle of the park he goes. Who do they play? Oh, the Tigers. Garner fights his way towards the line. Oh, that would have been good for my multi. Yo, go. Oh, dummies out the back to Edwards and go short. A meter out. Chris Bradley. Ahoy, mate. Is that iced earth? 6 again here for the Panthers. Yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, like TikTok hates us. For some reason, we keep getting banned for unoriginal content. What's more original than this? As the pass goes out for Toto. Angling back in field. It's called a knock on. A forward pass or a knock on. Take your pick there. The play breaks down. Let's see. Last week. Okay, no, Toto didn't score last week either. I know that he's scored fairly recently because he was in my multi. But he certainly doesn't score as often as he used to since he shifted over to the left. And Jenkins has been doing the job here on the right. That's where most of the attack's been going. Or vice versa, sorry. The other way around. Rex Dougie says, go Panthers, finals is yours. Oh yeah, the Panthers. I've been saying it all year long. Panthers will be in the top 8. Panthers definitely in the top 8. But yes, we are once again suspended off TikTok, by the way. I just, right on the stroke of halftime there, I got the suspension notice for unoriginal or rebroadcasted content. I don't know why. DJ Shaq, ahoy, mate. Edwards goes back down the short side for Jenkins to put the fend on. Spins off the first tackle. And this is a decent field position here for the Panthers. Heel fries, no, I'm not. I'm actually, like, legitimately not interested in the next game. Liam Martin standing out on the wing, knocks the ball on. And the Titans have an opportunity here. Iced Earth, you had the Panthers in the grand final since round 10. Yeah, there were a lot of people on here, mate, that were calling me crazy because the Panthers were sitting on the bottom of the table and I still stood here defiantly confident and said the Panthers will make the top 8 this year and the Panthers will threaten to win the premiership again. This man's crazy, they all said. He's in denial, they said. And here we are. They're on the brink of the top 4. One more loss for the Warriors. And the Panthers will be in the top 4. Foran takes it to the line. Out the back for Campbell. On to Brimson, who spins out of the tackle, but loses his footing, loses his balance, and down he goes. Back into midfield. Paxton. Tackle 20 out. Verrills brings it left for Foran. Inside ball for Campbell. Gillard. 10 metres out in front of the post. Fifth and last. Verrills to Campbell for the crossfield kick out to the right edge. McLean gets up to compete, loses the ball, and he loses the ball forward into Blaze Tulungi. A penalty goes to the Titans. Both teams a little scrappy here to start the second half. Titans tap and go. 5 metres out from the line. Can they strike first? They need to. Imperative that the Titans are the next to score. Fodawaker at first receiver. Just a couple of metres out. Slow play the ball. Kenny holding down. Gives away the set restart. They lose some ground, but still there for the Titans, just to the left of the post. Verrills takes a couple of steps, and he's got Regan Two Dads with him. 5 metres out. Foran has a look, goes to Brimson. Brimson with the cutout pass for Philip Sami. Sami, has he stayed in the field of play? He slides across the try line. The try is awarded, but has he stayed in the field of play? Oh, Iced Earth, Chris. Welcome to the channel membership. What a story this is. Cheers, mate. Joining us on TikTok. TikTok ends the stream, so he comes and finds us on YouTube, and Sami is in touch. This will be no try. Touches the line, no try. We get booted off TikTok once again. He comes and finds us on YouTube and immediately becomes a channel member. What a story that is. Cheers, Iced Earth Chris. So Philip Sami, he's put his foot in touch. This will be no try. No try. Philip Sami with a foot in touch. But they're looking at high contact here. Penalty for high contact to the Titans. Brian To'o on report. Penalty Titans, but no try for the foot in touch. Foran puts it into touch. 10 metres out from the line. Titans stay on the attack. Campbell Gillard in midfield. Oh, big three-man tackle. Isaiah Papali'i and Mitch Kenny. Sobstar says, do you think it should be a penalty try? Absolutely not, because he went into touch. To the right edge they go. Jaden Campbell from a standing start catches them napping. Half a metre out. Slow play the ball. Could be 6 again here. Potawaker onto Foran. Holds the pass up nicely for Brimson. Flat pass for Kelly, who steps off the left. Straight through goes Brian Kelly to score a crucial try for the Titans. So they get their try anyway. 24 points to 4, they're on the board. But yes, just going back to that penalty in the corner, if he stays in the field of play and drops the ball, he's dropped the ball because he's been hit around the head. Stays in the field of play and is across the line, then you can start talking about a penalty try. But the fact that he went into touch in the field of play, the fact that it was high contact is irrelevant in that sense. He'd already gone into touch before he got across the try line. So, yeah, we're absolutely not looking at a... You can't argue that the high contact was the reason that he went into touch. It was the contact, the cover tackle, high or not, that forced him into touch. Am I making sense? Converted by Jaden Campbell, and it's 24 points to 6. The Titans have got themselves on the board. Odd Poppet says, finally they are on the board. It gets boring when Penrith run away with it. Ah. It depends if you like Penrith or not. It's kind of like when the All Blacks were just winning everything every single year. People were starting to get a bit bored, except for those of us that go for the All Blacks. Oh, big charge here from Brian Kelly. Runs straight over the top of Liam Henry. Liam Henry's giving the thumbs up, but I reckon he gets called off momentarily by the independent doctor. Looking very dazed and confused. And then, to make matters worse, he gets stood on by Liam Martin. And there is the trainer out with him now, Liam Henry. He looks very dazed and confused. Yep, they're taking him off. Liam Henry's coming off for the HIA. He got bumped off in the tackle, fell hard, and then Liam Martin stood on him just to add insult to injury. Onto the field comes big Luron Patea. Titans still in possession. Another try here will make it interesting. 10 minutes gone in the second half, 24 points to 6. I've got to say, another try makes it very interesting indeed. Foran with the cutout pass to Kelly. Can't get on the outside of Tungo as the Titans attack this left edge. Fermor back into midfield. Tackled on halfway, 5th and last. Campbell puts the kick up. Edwards is under it, takes it 20 out from his own line. Dylan Edwards secure after that early mistake. Yeah, Odd Poppet, he's actually at the game. He sent me a photo of his seats, his view, rather, from his seats. So, yeah, the old Panther is down there at the Gold Coast to see this game in person. Probably having a very enjoyable day so far. So the second half has started much like the first, except the Titans have got points on the board. Almost 70% possession, which is exactly how the first 15 minutes went in half number 1. Edwards takes it up over halfway. Dummies. And he's held up 40 meters out from the Titans line. This is about where the floodgates started to open. As Cleary puts this one high. Panthers chasing through to put pressure on the kick. Well taken by Jojo Fafita on his own 10. But yes, the Titans, we've seen comebacks before. Not necessarily by the Titans. But we have seen comebacks before. Another try. They might just start to believe. Big defense from the Panthers, though, keeping the Titans pinned down in their own 20. That's tackle 4, and they've only just got to the red line. Going to take a big kick here. Crimson takes the 5th and last. 30 metres out from their own line in midfield. Only 19 metres made off that set. Jaden Campbell doesn't get a lot of distance on it. This is going to be taken on the full by Jenkins on the 30. And the Panthers will start the set 8 short of halfway. Kalungi in a dummy half. Goes short side for Casey McLean, who's up over halfway now. Much like the first half, this is where the Panthers started to get on top. 6 again. It's tackle 1. They're inside the 40. Here they come. The Premiers. Papali'i gets the inside ball from Cleary. They go quick down the left edge again, the Panthers. As Isaiah Yo's left the field. There you go. Isaiah Yo off for a little rest. 20 metres out. Kenny to Smith. Hands it on to Cleary. Cleary to Martin. Angles back in. But well read by the Titans defence. 2 tackles left here for the Panthers. 15 out. Papali'i in midfield. Just a settler on play 5, giving them options left and right. Kenny will go left for Smith. Out the back for Cleary. Intercepted by Jaden Campbell. And Campbell's away. Does he have the pace? He's over halfway. Jaden Campbell. To'o's coming at him. Jenkins. He's 10 out. For the corner. Campbell reaches out and plants it down. Jaden Campbell with the intercept try. And the Titans go back-to-back. Well, not back-to-back in sets, but back-to-back with the last 2 tries. 24-10 with the kick to come, and they're back in it. They are back in at the home side. They've given themselves hope. Jaden Campbell has gone 80 metres. And we have got game on. What a run. He just had the pace. Uh-oh, with a desperate dive. Still 25 minutes to play. Plenty of time. I mean, plenty of time for the Titans to hit back. Plenty of time for the Panthers to continue running away with it as well, of course. What a moment that was. Jaden Campbell from the sideline to convert his own try. Puts it on target. It's hooking, though, and it hooks away to the right. 24-10 it stays. Panthers had the shape out to the left. Jaden Campbell all over Nathan Cleary there. Missing the conversion. (24-10). Plenty of time left in this one. Don't go to sleep, Panthers, says RJT Property Maintenance. Yes, indeed. Don't go to sleep because the Titans are coming. 24-10, and they're full of running now, the home side. Bottlewaker thought about throwing the pass on to Foran. Stands in the three-man tackle, and they're up to the 40. Fifth and last. Oh, third man in. Papali'i gets the penalty here for the Titans. Isaiah Papali'i, third man in, and he dove in at the legs. You can't do that. Really poor. That's craziness here from the Panthers. Iced Earth. Chris upgraded the bench warmers. Thank you so much. Iced Earth, Chris. And you know what? We owe it all to TikTok banning us at halftime. Huh? Cheers, mate, and welcome along. Here come the Titans now off the back of that penalty. 10 meters out. Campbell Gillard gets the offload. Bottlewaker. Numbers to the left here. Brimson can't get the pass away. They're 5 out from the line. Bottlewaker. Again, slow service there from Big Mo. Probably shouldn't be getting himself in there at first receiver. Foran goes out the back for Campbell. Holds the pass up nicely. And Alan Winky. A meter out here on the fifth and last. Big play of this one. Campbell. Grubbers in behind the line. It deflects off the feet of Lindsay Smith, who dives on the loose ball for the Panthers. Desperate defense. 24-10. Panthers, though, trapped inside their own 20. Doing it tough. Jenkins beats the first tackle. Good carry there from Milky Jenkins. Short side goes to Lungy. Thought he spotted some space. Tungo steps back into midfield. Now he straightens and decides to take on Beau Fermor. Probably not the target I would have picked. Fifth and last now. Cleary on halfway. Puts this one high. De Groot takes it under no pressure at the back and returns it to the 20. Panthers have got to be careful here. Another try from the Titans, and suddenly it is a very interesting game. Slow play the ball. Fermor runs into Papali'i and Liam Martin. What has he got, a death wish? Bottlewaker up to halfway. Second half completions. There we go. Second half completions. 63% only completed sets from the Panthers. That's really poor. No wonder the Titans are on top here in the second half. Fermor again dumped in a four-man tackle. Fifth and last. 40 meters out from the line. Campbell in midfield, puts it high. This is a contestable kick. Pressure on Edwards. Edwards loses it. Has he lost it backwards? Yes, he has. Knocked back, says the referee. Oh, boy. He was under pressure at the back there. Tungo carries it outside the 30. Loses the ball. Tungo. Knocked on this time. Titans will be back in possession. Another incomplete set. 20 minutes to go. And I tell you what, the Panthers, they are not finishing this game strong. Tungo forcing the pass. The Titans have got a great opportunity here. Heel fries. No, I still haven't played the new game, mate. I heard that it was garbage, so I thought I'll wait for an update. And then I've heard that the updates come and it's a little bit better, but it's still pretty much garbage. Okay, so it's good after the updates? All right, sweet. I'd be a lot more keen to check it out. Yeah, I pretty much never buy games as soon as they're released anymore because you just know there's going to be some sort of issue with it that requires a patch. I usually just wait for the patch these days. Yeah, game developers in the highly competitive world, I wouldn't say they've gotten lazy. It's just a highly competitive market. They've got to get things out quick. Brimson with the kick into the end goal. Dylan Edwards lets this one go dead for a 7-tackle set. Balls of steel there, Dylan Edwards. Seven-tackle set now for the Panthers. 18.5 to go. The Titans finishing strong. Panthers looking a little flat. To'o in midfield. Tries to duck under the tackle. Liam Henry has passed his HIA. There you go. And that's good for the Panthers because Luron Patea, his replacement, is now off the field, up the tunnel with a wrist injury. Smith, dummies, straightens. He's been caught high there, Lindsay Smith. No penalty. That's the 4th tackle. Cleary goes back inside for Papali'i, who breaks the line. Papali'i taken down by Brimson, 10 out, 5th and last. And then loses the ball in the play the ball. Captain's challenge incoming. Papali'i trying to get up quickly and play it. Loses the ball. The referees called it a knock-on. The Panthers have challenged. Let's have a look. Papali'i just looking to clear the ruck. This is just a knock-on. This will be an unsuccessful challenge. Unsuccessful challenge, and the Titans will have the ball. Ten meters out from their own line, 17.5 to go, 14 points the difference. This one could unexpectedly go down to the wire. First meeting says the Panthers are just toying with them. Like a cat playing with a mouse. Verrills runs out a dummy half, takes it up to the 30, but he's held up and driven back. Over on that right edge, 5 in from touch. Fleece Haas tries to fight his way through. 17 minutes left. Bodawaker beats the first tackle, gets up to halfway. 2 tackles left here for the Titans. Boren, dummies inside, goes out for Brimson. Brimson fends off Cleary. 5th and last now, 35 out from the line. It's the 5th and last. It goes to Jaden Campbell. Campbell steps through, goes straight up the middle, beats Cleary, looks to offload, and the Titans have lost the ball. Penalty though, a penalty to the Titans. 10 meters out right in front for an early tackle. Jaden Campbell has come to life here in the second half. He was looking dangerous in the first half, but he has really started to split them open in the second. A tackle off the ball. And we'll see this. 10 in the bin for Isaac Tungo. Tackled off the ball. Professional foul. 10 minutes in the sin bin for Isaac Tungo. The Panthers are going to be down a man. Here come the Titans. 24-10. It's 13 on 12. A meter out from the line. Verrills goes right for Foreign. On to Campbell. Cleese Haas steps back in field and he's wrapped up. Tackle 2, 5 out from the line. Verrills wants it quickly. Goes down the short side where there's numbers. Jojo Fafita fights his way. Half a metre short. Verrills ducks under from dummy half and scores. Sam Verrills from dummy half burrows under the defence. Reaches the ball up over his shoulder and plants it down over the line. 24-14, kick to come. The Titans with all the momentum. Panthers down a man. Titans finishing strong when they've got all the momentum. (24-14), kick to come. Oh, this is going to be a huge final 10 minutes. Momentum in rugby league, so hard to wrestle back once you've lost it. (14 points to nil in the second half, by the way, as Jaden Campbell converts. It's 24-16. 14 minutes to play. Ivan not happy. Well, he wouldn't be. This has been a disastrous second half from the Panthers. (15 minutes to go. Titans looking to finish strong. Hungo sent for 10. Titans forcing passes now. There's still 14 minutes to go. 8 points the difference. They probably don't need to play this desperate type of footy. Foreign goes out the back to Brimson, who beats the first tackle. Brimson is up over halfway. Support on the outside from Sami. Sami with one to beat. Heads for the corner and the Titans are in again. 24-20 with the kick to come. You can't believe what we're witnessing. This is incredible what's happening right now. 24-20 with the kick to come. And they are just ripping the Panthers apart. With 13 minutes left to play. Some really weak defense down that right edge. Dear, oh dear. Momentum in rugby league. It is such a huge thing. Well, never mind Spoon Bowl next week. Jaden Campbell from right beside the post puts it over. It's 24 points to 22. The Titans have come back from 24-0 down. There's still 12 minutes to play. Plenty of time for anything yet to happen in this game. Panthers get us back underway. The kickoff bounces up into the in goal. Hungo, still 6 minutes left in the sin bin. This is incredible. 24 points to 0 at halftime. And it has been all the Titans in the second half. Panthers perhaps a little bit guilty of being complacent. 68% completions in the second half. Innocent anglerfish, ahoy mates. Tackle 4 on halfway. Look at that, 50% completion rate in the second half. Panthers, that's just not good enough. Fodawaker breaks through. He's got support from Jaden Campbell. He puts the fend on Edwards himself and is tackled 10 meters out. The Panthers slow to get back. They're short on the left. Campbell with the kick pass. It's not long enough. It's not long enough. The ball is loose. It sits up for To'o. Oh, they let that one slip, the Titans. Fodawaker just needed to look on the inside, turn the shoulders, and Jaden Campbell was in under the sticks. The Panthers look out on their feet. Fodawaker runs away from his support. Panthers just looking to hold on now. 5 minutes left in the bin for Tungo. Fifth and last on their own 40. Cleary needs a big kick here from inside the 40. Taken by De Groot. 30 meters out from their own line here, the Titans. Big final 10 minutes. Sami takes it up just short of halfway. Down the short side goes Fermor. 2 tackles left. Still 10 minutes to go. I mean, that's too long for the Panthers to try and hold on if they're completely gassed. Campbell gets the pass on the outside for Brimson. Brimson onto De Groot, stepping back in field. Fifth and last, over on that right touchline, 30 out from the line. Campbell with a little dink in over the top. Edwards moves forward for it and takes it well. Edwards stumbles and he can't get into open space. Panthers back in possession. You're feeling like they're just trying to wind the clock down for 3.5 minutes to get Tungo back and then launch an all-out assault in the final 6. To'o from a standing start. Liam Martin, here we go. Oh, he's been caught high there, Martin. Oh, and a penalty to the Panthers. Boy, did they need that. Holy hell, they needed that with 9 minutes left to play. High tackle on Liam Martin. What a huge let-off. Finding touch on the Titans 40. Big finish incoming here. Amos Terrence, ahoy. Slow play the ball here for Dylan Edwards. Everything is so slow motion at the moment for the Panthers. Smith carries it to the 20, just short of it. Big moment in the game, this one. Leota. Straight up the middle. 15 out. He's lost it. He's lost the ball, Moses Leota. Oh, they're exhausted, the Panthers. 50% completion rate in the second half has just become even more miserable. Another dropped ball. Another incomplete set. Boy, oh boy, the Panthers are absolutely out on their feet. Foran feeds the scrum. 1 minute and a half left in the bin for Isaac Tungo. Titans just chewing up meters at will at the moment. The Panthers absolutely out on their feet. 7.5 remaining. Through the hands now. Jolliffe to Foran. Cut out pass for Kelly. Kelly steps off the left. Gets the weak shoulder of Cleary. Takes it up to halfway. Fermor into Panthers territory on play 4. 7 minutes to go. Foran. Numbers again to the right. Campbell dummies. Takes the line on. 5th and last. 35 out here. Tungo comes to the sideline. Ready to get back on. Foran puts this one high. Pressure on Edwards at the back. They've let it bounce. It's been towed through. 6 more tackles. The pass out to Philip Sami. And Sami scores to put the Titans ahead. Philip Sami puts the Titans ahead with 6 minutes 40 to go. The Panthers guilty of letting the high ball go. You can't do that. And they've been made to pay. (26-24) kick to come. Isaac Tungo ready to come back on the field. Here's the testing high ball down the middle of the field. Foran gets the kick away. The Panthers. Edwards not moving forward. Deflects off the legs. Back to the Titans. The pass out to Philip Sami. Try confirmed. 26-24 kick to come. Five and a half to play. It was 24-0 at halftime. 24-0 at halftime. Unbelievable. Oh, the trainers come running through. The trainers come running through. Campbell from out wide misses it, and it stays 26-24. (26-24), 5 minutes to go. Panthers go short with the kickoff, and the Titans come down with it. Four minutes 40 to go. Titans in possession. Tackle 4, 35 out from the line. Can the Panthers muster up one last attacking raid? 5th and last. 30 out from the line. The Titans. Campbell. The kick is charged down. This will be 6 more tackles. If the Titans get it, they get a penalty for offside. From one Panther into another. And a penalty for offside. There's no challenges remaining. The referee has got this call horribly wrong, and there's no challenge remaining. It was batted back off the Titans, didn't touch the Panthers at all. Knocked back off the Titans, doesn't touch the Panthers at all. The referee's got that horribly wrong, but they have no challenge. 10 meters out from securing this game, the Titans. Straight up the middle goes Jolliffe. A meter short. To put this game to bed, Verrills goes left for Brimson. Steps back in field. Trying to find a flat-footed defender. 3 tackles left. Over the line, but held up. And they'll come back to the 10-meter line on play 4. Three and a half minutes to go. Foran shows it inside for Campbell. Gillard goes out for Campbell. Jaden Campbell's been immense in this second half. Still fighting his way through. Jaden Campbell. 5th and last. Foran now puts it to the corner. Tungo under it. Batted back by the Titans. Sits up for Brimson. Brimson had a runner unmarked in the middle if he could have got the ball free. And Edwards picks it up, but it's a double knock on. So the Panthers, with 3 minutes to go, they've got to go 90 meters to try and steal this game. Well, I tell you what, if anybody is capable of it, McLean tackled on the 20. 2.5 minutes to go. 4 tackles left. Leota offloads back for Kenny. Panthers flat-footed to Lungy. To McLean. Casey McLean tackled 35 out from his own line. Leota goes out to Smith. Cleary gets it out the back. Gives it to Edwards. Edwards has got Tongo in space. Tongo gets it back in field for To'o, who ducks under the tackle. To'o, 25 out. He's tackled on play 4. Quick play, the ball needed. They've got numbers to the left here, the Panthers. Smith just gets the offload back for Cleary. Cleary, the pass is loose out the back of Garner. Has to retreat for it. 5th and last here, 20 meters out from the line. They need a result. Are they going to look at 2-point drop goal? Kenny sends it back to Cleary for the 2-point drop goal. Nathan Cleary, it's on target. Nathan Cleary has iced a 2-point field goal. Nathan Cleary has come in clutch with a 2-point field goal. And we're all locked up with 1.5 minutes to play. That is clutch, the very definition. Nathan Cleary with a 2-point drop goal. 26 all with 1.5 minutes remaining. He knew as soon as he connected. One minute and a half to go, 26 all. We have surely got golden point incoming. Golden point surely inbound. Titans get us back underway. They send it deep. From the back fence goes Moses Leota. Brings it back just short of the 20. 1 minute left. The Titans will get a couple of tackles at least to try and pinch it. Kenny goes from dummy half. It's a loose pass. Risky pass. Lindsay Smith does well to hold on to it. Oh, that was dangerous. Papali'i on to Leota. Leota carries it up to halfway. That's play 4. Are they going to go again? Cleary back inside for Edwards. 5th and last on the 40. 45 seconds to go. Are they going to go again here? Cleary is going to try again. Another snap at 2-point field goal. This one misses out to the left. The Titans will have one set of 6. 30 seconds. They'll get maybe about 4 tackles to try and go 80 meters upfield. They tap and go. Big defense from the Panthers. Outside the 30, Jolliffe with 20 seconds to go. Campbell Gillard. 13 seconds left. 2 tackles left. They won't be close enough. They've got numbers to the left here, though. Cut out pass almost opens it up for Kelly. And this is it. They're on halfway. The last play of the match in regulation time. Jaden Campbell puts it high in midfield. Titans bat it back. Campbell's got it. Puts the step on. And that will be full time. Golden point incoming. Nathan Cleary clutch with the 2-point drop goal. Golden point. Get yourselves ready. Unbelievable. Oh. Well, no chance of my same game multi, but wow, what a game. $26-all. Panthers were leading 24-0 at halftime, so terrible second half. 50% completion rate from the Panthers in the second 40. It's no wonder that the Titans won the half, 26 points to 2. You can't win a game of footy on 50% completion rate. Richard Trainer says, come on, golden point. Panthers have won the toss, and they've elected to run the same way that they were. Yeah, Richard Trainer says, come on, draw. Panthers, of course, have already had a draw this season. Geez, I'll tell you what, though, who do you favour here? Who do you favour in golden point? The Titans were dominating territory and possession. Titans with the kickoff here. Jaden Campbell gets us underway. Edwards takes the kickoff. And Moses Leota with the hit up. Martin carries it outside the 20. 5 minutes each way in golden point. Early shift here. Tungle doesn't receive the ball. Talangi takes the tackle on the 30. Panthers on tackle 4, out to their 40. Papali'i onto Smith. Cleary out the back to Edwards. They've got a 3-on-2. Tungo straightens. Flick pass out for To'o. To'o steps back in field. 5th and last. They're a little far out to take the risk this early. Cleary is going to put it high. They're going to try and force the mistake. Jenkins versus DeGroot. Jenkins takes it. Flicks it out the back for Garner. Henry, gets it back for Talangi. Still 5th and last. Cleary in midfield, right in front. It's a shocker. Away to the left. Oh, he should have got that one, Nathan Cleary. 7 tackle set for the Titans, Oh, that was a big miss. Cleary. The space was created. He was right in front. And he knows that's a big miss. Zero tackle. Titans staying down to try and milk the penalty here. Titans golden point record. Played 17, won 7. Well, in fairness, he is gushing out blood from his nose here. The Titans player, lots of blood gushing out the nose. Head clash with Mitch Kenny. That's what it was, head clash. A simple head clash. And Philip Sami, yep, he'll be off the field. He can't even stand up. Sami doesn't even know where the sideline is. He doesn't know which side of the field he's meant to be on. Sami leaving the field. That didn't look good at all. Titans, though, on zero tackle. Three and a half minutes to play. Oh, the poor guy can barely stand. And he is over the sideline. All right, zero tackle. Titans, 21 out from their own line. Big defense needed here from the Panthers. They gave it a crack. They had the first chance of golden point. Fodawaker with a loose pass out for Brimson. That loses them some ground on play 2. Risky offload there from Big Mo. Campbell Gillard, dummies, straightens, tackled on the 30. Liam Martin's copped a blow to the neck. Liam Martin's hurt. Martin copped a huge blow to the side of the neck. Liam Martin now hurt. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he's copped an elbow to the throat from Campbell Gillard. Now, this will be interesting. That would really hurt. Well, he's staying out there, Liam Martin. He copped an elbow in the throat, a stray elbow from Regan Campbell Gillard. Titans stretch it to the left. Here we go. 5th and last. Are they too far out? Campbell is going to put the kick up. They were a little too far out. Edwards takes it on his own 10. And the great kick chase. A great kick chase. Keeps the Panthers pinned on their own 10. To'o now with a strong carry in midfield. Plays the ball to nobody. Tongo breaks away from dummy half, getting there just in the nick of time. That could have been disastrous for the Panthers. Leota. Tackle 4. Kenny on to Smith. Goes out the back for Talangi. Cleary to McLean. McLean goes straight through. He's got support inside from Blaze Talangi. Talangi puts the foot down and wins the game for the Panthers. Blaze Talangi running the perfect support line. Gets a double and the Panthers win. They have been given the fright of their lives by the Titans. The Panthers have stolen it. An early shift from their own side of halfway. And they've gone 50 meters to just deflate the poor old Titans. Our Spoon Bowl next week, Titans versus Rabbitohs, is still on. Nathan Cleary coming in clutch with the 2-point field goal to send us to extra time, and then recognizing that the shift was on out to the left. Casey McLean, the match winner. Blaze Talangi scored the try, but this was set up by Cleary and McLean. From their own 40, Cleary holds the pass up for Casey McLean. That is the very channel that Brian Kelly, was it? Or Philip Sami? Who was it that just left the field with the HIA? for the Titans. That's where he would have been defending. And they've recognized the mismatch and taken advantage of it. The Panthers have won. That's interesting. That is heads-up play from Nathan Cleary. Philip Sami, was it, who left the field with the HIA just moments before? That is his defensive channel. Nathan Cleary has spotted it and taken advantage of it. Casey McLean had too much pace for Alan Wick, who came on and filled in at centres. Unbelievable. What a game, though. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, wow. Okay. Everybody, we can breathe again. 30 points to 26. The Panthers digging deep after an atrocious second half. I mean, they were so poor in that second half. A 50% completion rate. Casey McLean got the mismatch against a second rower. Filling in at center. That's the key here. Nathan Cleary recognized that they needed to set up on that edge because the actual player from that side of the field for the Titans had just left for HIA. I mean, that's heads-up play. That's why these guys get paid the big bucks. He recognized the mismatch, knew that they had to go left because Casey McLean was going to have too much pace for the second rower. That was just great vision, great heads-up play. And the Panthers steal it. Wow. 30 points to 26, golden point. That was thrilling. Now, somebody brought up earlier that you want to see a good game, you don't want to see a blowout. And when it was 24 points to 0 at halftime, a blowout certainly looked on the cards. We did end up getting a very, very good game, didn't we? Oh, cheers, everyone. Wow. What a match. Panthers, what a moment. Also, a little bit of a milestone here for the Wasted World of Sports. During this stream, we have officially crossed 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you very much, each and every one of you, for being part of that 7,000. And if you haven't subscribed already and you enjoy what we're doing here, do feel free to hit that subscribe button and join us here at the Wasted World of Sports. A very big cheers to Iced Earth Chris. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. But Iced Earth Chris, how about this for a story? Was on the TikTok stream. TikTok once again banned us, as they've banned us every single stream for the past 3 weeks. Took the time to come and find us on YouTube after the TikTok stream got cut off. And now he's a channel member. Thank you so much, Iced Earth Chris. That is extra dedication to actually seek us out like that. Thank you so much once again, everybody. So I'm going to have a break after that game. Holy hell. I need a rest after that. And, yeah, we'll be back for the Wallabies versus the British and Irish Lions at 7:30. Great game here, this one. 30 points to 26. The Panthers win it in golden point. Catch you guys next time. Yes, So I'll be back, as I said, Wallabies versus British and Irish Lions. Can the Wallabies save face? Or will the British and Irish Lions complete the clean sweep? Coming up later tonight here on Wasted World of Sports. Until then, cheers. Enjoy.
Wasted World of Sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack. Ahoy! He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
They're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pass last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. We're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted World of Sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a load, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted World of Sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, Wasted World of Sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah. We'll fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, Teddy lost his shorts again.